All right. Good morning. We'd like to give a few updates. Tomorrow we celebrate Women's Day. And it's a timely way to celebrate by announcing that the Palace welcomes the good news that 8 out of 10 of the top notchers in the graduating class of PMA are women. The nation expects that these women cadets or scholars of the Filipino people will perform their duties to their abilities. We're proud of their achievements in the academy and expect the best when they serve our armed forces, where they would decide, lead, motivate, set example, and accomplish the mission to defend the Republic. Also, the Duterte administration's Philippine Development Plan 2017 to 2022 is now available in the NEDA official website. We're pleased to announce that everyone can now access the Philippine Development Plan 2017-2022 online. It is anchored in pushing forward the 10-point socioeconomic agenda of the Duterte administration. This is also the first step in achieving our long-term vision dubbed as Ambition 2040. Also, President Duterte has approved the 2017 IPP, or Investment Priorities Plan. The investment areas consist of manufacturing, including agri-processing, agriculture, fishery and forestry, strategic services, infrastructure and logistics, including local government unit and public-private partnership, healthcare services, including drug rehabilitation, mass housing, inclusive business models, environment and climate change, innovative drivers, energy and export businesses. In other words, everything to provide a sound business environment. We're open to a few questions.
May follow-up questions sa statement. Other issue, AC Nichols, CNN Philippines.
Hi, sir. Sir,
Yes.
can we get the palace reaction? There's this upcoming episode on a U.S. show called Madam Secretary, wherein it seems like the President of the Philippines is being portrayed. In fact, it's written in the description, and the character ends up being punched by the leading role, the Madam Secretary, because the Philippine President, the new unconventional Philippine President, made a pass at the Madam Secretary.
I think they're confusing their images. I think they're projecting something that they really would like to say about their own situation. Really, I think they should use a fictional U.S. president. Thank you.
Question, Maricel Halili, please use the microphone.
Sir, just to follow up, don't you find it insulting that some U.S. actors are portraying this kind of role for?
Well, they're engaged in something that they would like to. It's their business, right? It's their craft. You cannot deny them their craft, their taste, perhaps.
Okay, Laila Salaverian.
Good afternoon, sir. We'd just like to get confirmation. Is it true that the President berated Mindanao lawmakers for supposedly trying to bribe him on behalf of a cigarette company? And did the President order the arrest of the owner of this company?
Actually, that's really a matter of cabinet conversation. However, since you have brought it up, he simply was saying, he was not berating Mindanao politicians. He was simply saying that in time past, there was a certain attempt to influence him financially.
Who made the offer? How did it go down?
I think that should be better kept. Why
Sir,
not?
it's the president being bribed, so why would?
No, because he was not making a public statement, right? It was being discussed within the cabinet. So let's let the natural processes of, let's let due process take its.
Sir, did he order the arrest or the prosecution or the investigation of anybody involved in this scenario?
Let's just say let's watch the DOJ. Go ahead. Thank you.
Dexter Ganiben, DCMM.
Yes, sir.
Sir, follow up dun sa kailan.
Yes, ma'am.
Ang may reports na binabanggit naghahanda ang NBI for the possible surrender of this yung mighty corporation today for the bribery attempt.
Then antayin na lang po natin kung ano po mangyayari. Salamat po.
Follow-up, Joseph Morong, GMA 7.
Sir, this is a bribery attempt on the president. Why shouldn't it be public?
Simply because he has not commented on it publicly. If he feels he should, then he will. Okay?
Sir, mighty corporation ba ito?
I don't have any opinions regarding the matter. Thank you.
Okay.
Any facts about it, sir? Any other information?
Like I said, these things were discussed. Some things were discussed in the cabinet, and it's best to leave it there for the moment. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Joseph. Hannah Sancho, other issue?
Sir, during the cabinet meeting po, may in-announce ba ang Pangulo sa mga bagong appointment? Like, yung pumalit kay Lavinia?
Hindi po na-discuss yan.
Pero na-mention po kanina sa press ko ni Secretary Piñol na si Visaya po ang in-appoint ng Pangulo.
Ganun ba?
In-announce daw last night sa cabinet. Can you confirm, sir?
I don't think anything has yet reached the office of the Executive Secretary, so we only speak officially here. Thank you.
Deo de Guzman? Microphone, please.
Morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Kasi po, regarding po doon, kasi nabanggit na rin kay Secretary Piñol, regarding the reorganization of PCOO, na sa inyo po under ang content and messaging.
Opo.
And yet kahapon po kasi, itong si Secretary Piñol, mas mabilis po na naglalabas ng content and messaging regarding dun sa cabinet meeting at nauunahan po kayo. Ano po ang talagang stand po ba? Kasi po parang yung naka-quote namin is from Department of Agriculture na dapat na from the presidential spokesman. Paano po bang magiging proseso nun?
Katulad po na sinabi, dapat makinig tayo sa spokesperson. Salamat po.
So you're saying sir na hindi po namin dapat paniniwalaan yung sinasabi ni Secretary Piñol na nasa cabinet meeting na rin. High-ranking official din naman po.
Wala pa akong sinasabing ganyan. Ang sinasabi lang po natin, sundan po natin yung proseso. Kung tagapagsalita po, ang Office of the Presidential is the OPS, then doon po tayo makinig.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Kasi we're waiting po din kahapon about updates on the cabinet meeting. Wala din po lumalabas under...
Kasi po tinitimbang natin.
Okay.
Di ba?
Okay.
Thank you.
Other issue, follow-up,
Update na
Pia
ulit.
Reñada.
Okay. Unahin natin si Ms. Pia. Sige.
Hi, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
ma'am.
CA members in the Senate say that they are likely or they are actually sure to reject the appointment of Secretary Yasay tomorrow because of the issue of him denying owning a U.S. passport under oath and then just yesterday admitting that he in fact had the U.S. passport. What's the palace reaction to this, and what will be the game plan of the president if indeed his appointment is rejected? Will he reappoint Yasay or will he find another secretary?
What was the preceding statement that you made? Who was making those?
Commission on Appointments, sir, in the Senate.
Was
it
verbalizing their opinion?
Yes, sir. It was Senator Ping Lacson who said that they believe na talagang nagkaroon siya ng US citizenship and that it's likely for them to not to reject his appointment?
Well, I think they're speaking ahead of time. However, Mr. Secretary Asa has already made a statement, and it was logical, credible, and open and transparent. He actually described the process of the process that he went through. And quoting his statement, it says, as the affidavit dated February 23, 1993 said, I submitted to the U.S. Immigration and Naturalization Service attests the grant of U.S. citizenship to me on or about November 26 was invalid because of a preconceived intent to abandon, followed by the actual abandonment of my United States residency 3 months thereafter on January 8, when I returned to the Philippines for good as a Filipino.
Sir, but the issue here now is perjury because he admitted just in a TV interview that he had a U.S. passport when under oath in the Senate, he denied it. So the case is now more of perjury, not
well, let's
his-
leave it to
the
them.
ca-
On the other hand, I think what he was stating, as far as it was conveyed verbally, he said that he was granted, but he never really obtained it. Okay, he never really obtained it because there was intent to. He
Okay,
was
thank-
to.
So if indeed the rejection of the appointment comes to pass tomorrow, what will be the president's second option? Will he reappoint the
Let's take
secretary?
let's take each step at a time. Thank you.
Okay, Hannah? Microphone, please.
Sir, any update po dun sa cabinet meeting po?
Since we're talking about
Thank
it,
you
okay.
very much.
Two things. Let me just check my. One thing is about the smoking ban. Okay. Next. Basically, Secretary Obial was given the directive to make sure that Part 4 of the existing EO would be revised and to follow the Davao model. The one that they presented is allows for smoking indoors. The Davao model does not include for models indoors, for smoking indoors. And so that was revised, and so there'll be no smoking indoors, Mr. Morong.
Dexter Ganibe, follow up.
All right, and just to finish, and it will be signed as soon as the president. The revision was already submitted at 8 a.m. this morning to Office of the Executive Secretary, and then it will be signed as soon as the president comes back. I think he's in Sulu right now. Well, I'm sorry. Where is he? No. I'm sure. As soon as he comes to office, that's what
Okay,
I'm saying.
Dexter Ganibe.
Sir, may binabanggit kayo mayroon pang other updates doon sa cabinet meeting?
Come again.
Other updates pa doon sa cabinet meeting?
Basically, it was a discussion on the contingencies of the GOCCs. It was a very graphic presentation. I think the DOF should make the same presentation here.
Mhm. Sir, yung sa National Broadband Plan, anong detalye nun? Papapasukin na po ba sa bansa yung ibang players?
Yung alin?
Ibang telecom
Well,
players?
the intent is to really make sure that the Philippines is wired, but however, a few things need to be addressed. Okay.
Doon sa smoking ban lang, sir, follow-up lang. Pag napirmahan yun, sir, mawawala na yung mga designated smoking areas sa mga national government agencies?
Dapat siguro sa labas. Hindi sa loob, sa labas.
Pero public place din sa labas.
Hindi, in other words, hindi sa loob ng building. Okay, may i-reserve na ano, yun yata yun, walang bubong. Para hindi mangangamoy, for example, katulad ng press room, gano'n.
Okay, thank you, Dexter.
Thank you.
Jenaline Cabiling, Manila Bulletin. Microphone.
Sir, just quick dun sa bribery attempt. May we just know the palace position on bribery? Trying to bribe the president or other government officials?
Well, I think that's very obvious because, the president puts priority on anti-crime, anti-corruption, and anti-illegal drugs. That's part of his three-point campaign promise, right? So there's a very high premium on that. So does that answer your question?
Sir, do you have any warning to businessmen or other groups trying to bribe any government official?
They should be scared.
Sir, why? Why, sir?
Because the law will come down full force upon them.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Joseph, wait lang. Follow-up, JP Bencito.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Sir, there were reports that allegedly Mighty Corporation had faked some tax stamps for their cigarettes. Sir, what will be the next steps of the palace given this big incident na almost half of the market has been polluted or merong fake tax stamps? Anong magiging next step ng palace?
Everything goes through due process. Okay.
Joseph Morong?
Sir, I'll go by your statement kanina with regard to the bribery, no? That you said that there was an attempt to influence him financially. But I wasn't able to catch it if he rejected the...
Of course he did.
I just want the sound bite, sir. And then you said, sir, that if there are bribery attempts, the full force of the law will come down on whoever.
This is part of the president's campaign, yes.
With regard to this incident, sir, what is the president going to do with that attempt?
I'm sure the full force will start to grind.
Starting grind now?
I suppose so, yes.
Last two questions, Dexter Ganibe and Laila Salaveria, and then Ace Romero.
2 points lang, sir, follow-up dun kay
Opo.
JP. Dun sa mga tax stamps na sinasabing na peke, di po ba ang tax stamps ang gumagawa ay ang PCOO?
Hayaan po natin, hindi po natin masasagot yan at this stage, all right?
Alam ko may investigasyon na rin dati na isinagawa ang PCO. Ano nang resulta doon, sir?
Hayaan na lang po natin na ang korte ang siyang magbigay linaw sa kalagayan yan.
Sir, second point, last for my part. Kasi pag may mga cabinet meeting, may pinopost na mga video ang RTBM, hindi ko lang napansin, kanina ko lang napansin din yung pinost na nakalagay doon na may the prayer was led. Parang binanggit na may prayer, parang naantig yata yung cabinet doon sa prayer.
Lagi may prayer actually.
Pero doon sa post, sir, ngayon lang naglagay na the prayer was led by
Miss
Gina.
Yes.
Parang may nagsabi din na parang may mga naantig doon sa wordings no kanilang prayer. Can you share that, sir?
It was a very moving prayer, I mean. Well, actually, in the words of the president, it was a very poignant prayer. Poignant. Spell. No, poignant. Meaning, it was very moving. It was actually quite moving.
Laila Salaveria?
Why don't you ask her for a meditation course? No, but it was really a great, it was really a very moving prayer. Thank you.
Sir, speaking of Secretary Lopez,
Yes, ma'am.
there's a report that she pressured the DOE to release a permit for a solar energy project. What's the palace going to do about it, and will this affect the president's support for her?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know about regarding the matter, but I'm sure if as mentioned, it will be duly looked into.
By whom, sir?
By whom?
Who will look into this reported attempt?
The proper complaint has to be made.
A complaint has to
I
be
guess.
filed.
Yes.
Okay, follow up. JP, and then susunod si Ace, and then last question, Willard Cheng.
Hi, sir.
Yes,
Sir, the secretary yesterday night
Which
verbalized...
secretary?
Secretary Lopez, sir.
Gina Lopez.
Gina Lopez, sir. Sure, sir, she verbalized to the president her intention for the president to suspend the review of the mining review
Yes.
conducted by the MICC. Sir, what was the president's reaction to this pronouncements of the secretary? What will be the next step of the palace in case?
It was not discussed in the cabinet meeting, so I cannot make any comments regarding that.
Sir, on ano na lang po. The secretary has verbalized to Senator Pacquiao to move the confirmation hearings of hers to May. Since magkakaroon po ng parang she will be technically bypassed by the CA because of the Holy Week break, sir, can we expect the palace to reappoint Secretary Gina for an ad interim appointment by that time?
Well, let's wait for the right moment, and then the palace will move.
Okay, thank
Thank
you,
you, sir.
JP. Last question na pala si Ace Romero.
Secretary Evasco just issued a statement against the NFA administrator, and nabanggit niya na parang nababypass yung council regarding some decisions regarding sa rice importation. Mag-a-appoint ba ng bagong NFA administrator si Presidente?
We will have to clarify that, okay? We'll also refer to OES. I'll take note of that question. Thank you.
Okay, pero
Please.
anong masasabi ng palasyo dun sa mga statements ni Secretary Evasco considering na siya mismo yung nagre-criticize sa mga officials ng NFA ngayon?
So, what is your question?
Yeah, what's the palace take on the issue? Yung mismo si Evasco nang nag-criticize sa NFA?
Well, in effect, Mr. Evasco, Secretary Evasco is an alter ego of the president. So, if he makes a comment like that, then it must have some basis and must be given some weight.
So anong action ng palace doon? Hahayaan nyo lang or meron ba kayong gagawing action?
Ang alin?
Ang palasyo po.
Patungkol sa
Doon
NFA.
sa mga sinabi ni Secretary Evasco.
Hayaan po natin na antabayanan natin yung mga sumusunod na kabanata.
Sir, totoo na to. Last question na daw si Laila
Yes,
Salaveria.
Sir, we just want to ask
Yes,
for
ma'am.
clarification. You mentioned an attempt to bribe the president, but what was he asked to do? What was the bribe?
Madam, it was within... No, it was really within the cabinet. It was within the cabinet meeting. So, really, the only reason why I refer to that is because somebody talked about it. Ordinarily, things like these are not discussed outside.
Who brought it up? Was it the president himself?
Who brought up what? Like I said, let's keep it within the confines. Okay, let's not add to something that has already been.
Sir, can we expect this to be made public? Because the president is very strongly anti-corruption.
Correct.
So,
He is very strongly anti-corruption. But let's leave it to him to make public statements. Okay.
Bakit parang ang lakas naman ng loob that they can go straight to the president? And who is this person, sir, doing the bribery?
Ang lakas nga ng loob. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Malacanang Press Corps. Thank you, Chair Bukoy and Executive Director Versosa. Back to our main studio sa Radyo ng Bayan at PTV4.